Hello, everybody who's joining us now. Karen and Nicole.
Are we supposed to have our cameras on during this?
Totally up to you. We usually have about half and half, so feel free to turn your camera off at any time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, this isn't going to be pretty.
Well, that's not the purpose, right? Good. Hi, Sheila. How are you? I think Sheila. Yeah, you're on mute, Sheila, and Nicole's on mute. Up to you guys if you'd like to turn off your mutes.
Okay, I was talking that whole time. Thank you so much for hosting this. I'm so excited.
Good.
And like with I'm not going to be pretty. I'm not. I'm still very a beginner at yoga.
Good. We're all beginners at yoga. It doesn't matter how long we've been practicing. That is our goal, to stay as students and stay as beginners as long as we can. Oh, someone's cat is laying on their mat already. That's so funny. I was going to bring both my little dogs to the studio because usually they can't come because we have people in class. But since I'm here all alone, I thought I would bring them, but I thought they might be just too disruptive.
Can you see my dog behind me?
Oh,
yeah.
do you have a little schnauzer? Oh, so cute.
She's like, I'll get out of the way.
I'll lay over here and watch you move around.
My cat was just here, but she left. I think she knew. She was like, I'm camera shy. Hi, Lori. I don't know if she's on mute.
Yeah, you know, some people.
Hello.
Okay.
Terry's connecting. Lori's on, and then I know we have a few more people coming, so always happy.
Oh, sorry. One of my friends just registered like 20 minutes ago. I think she got a link.
Okay, good. Yep, there's Michelle G, Kimberly. Good.
Okay, I'm going to turn off my camera and my mic.
Wait, no, you have to stay on camera. I can't be the only one.
We can, if you guys are more comfortable, we can always put our cameras on at the end and just take a little group picture.
Oh my gosh, can we? I would love to post about
this. Yeah, for sure. And then I also, if you received your little iPractice 4, you're welcome to hold that up at the end, and we'll take our picture with some of the names of the people that we're going to practice for. And if you didn't get this sheet, you're welcome to just grab a sheet of paper and write down some names, and we'll hold up those names at the end. Cool. Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, we're matching.
Oh, I love that. Beautiful. So let's see who we have. We have Lori. Do we have Haley on yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. We've got Michelle, Nicole, Sheila, Kim, Terry, Karen. Do we have Karen yet? Yes, Karen. And Pam should be coming on. There's Pam. Good. Pam, Terry. I think we're just waiting for one more person. So we'll just give it a little time.
Is that her?
Pam just connected.
I just got done painting a house, so I didn't realize that there was paint all over my hands.
That works too. Okay, let's see. It's just about 4 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and get started. And if you guys want to do any introductions or say a little bit of something about your program and about this campaign, because we are recording this, so just FYI for everybody, we're being recorded, and only the person speaking will be recorded, so no need to worry about having your video on. So if you guys want to do a little intro, I would love to hear a little bit more about the campaign.
Sure. Should I speak on?
You go, Sheila.
Okay, cool. Or Lori, do you want to talk about it?
No,
Lori
you
is
go.
our co-chair for the event.
You're fine. You go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, my name is Sheila, and I'm the Community Development Manager for the American Cancer Society, managing the ReasearcHERS of Oregon and Southwest Washington campaign. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you, Jennifer, for hosting this amazing yoga class. I'm super excited. The ReasearcHERS movement is female leaders in our communities raising funds and also awareness for female researchers, female cancer researchers. So the money that is raised and the money that you supported in this class will actually be going towards that campaign to help female researchers in their cancer research. So thank you so much. I'll keep it short. I know that we're kind of running on time. So thank you, everyone. And thank you for supporting our life-saving mission.
Well, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be part of a group like this. So I hope we can, even if we didn't have as many people as we wanted today, we get the word out there. I know that I've been involved in ACS on the LLS side, and I've never was aware of the ReasearcHERS side of it. So I appreciate getting to know that side as well. So I hope that we can spread that awareness out there and get as much money as we can into those female researchers as we can. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to mute everybody here. All righty, so my name is Jennifer and I'm with Twist Yoga. So I'm excited to be here with you guys for this hour on a Sunday. Doing a little bit of movement, find a little bit of grounding body and really focus on opening up kind of the heart section of the body. With our current times, we all these days are spending more and more time seated and kind of hunched forward on our devices, on our computers, in the car, all of that kind of stuff. So kind of opening up this front section of the body. So just physically opening it and then also kind of emotionally opening up our hearts just a little bit. So this is going to be a very beginner class, just meant to feel good and get a little bit of movement into your day. So no previous yoga experience required. I promise we're not going to do handstands. We're not going to make our bodies into pretzels. We're not going to do any of that kind of stuff. I can't do a handstand, so it would be really hard for me to teach that. So we're just going to start. So find a nice, comfortable seat for you. You can find a cross-legged seat. If you'd like, if that feels nice, or if you would prefer to sit on your knees, you can do that. And we're just going to start out with a little bit of breathing here. So just find a seat, maybe move around a little bit, maybe move your shoulders just a little bit side to side, and then close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or just take a soft gaze kind of down in front of you. And then take your palms and place your palms face up. So the gesture of the palms face up is just receiving a little bit of gratitude and opening your heart and your mind to new things. So we're going to start really focusing on the breath here. A lot of times our breath gets really short. Our chest might feel extra tight these days. So one of the breathing techniques that we use in yoga is a box-shaped breath. So a box has 4 equal sides. So we're going to be finding 2 sides with breath and 2 sides with retention of breath. So it looks like this. Seal your lips together and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And just sigh it out through your mouth. One more, just like that. A big, nice, deep breath in through your nose. And sigh it out through your mouth. This time we take a deep breath in through the nose to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath in your body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty of breath.
for 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Let that go. Take a breath in through your nose. Side out through your mouth. Say, now practice that box breath on your own. Close your eyes and practice the 4 counts on your own. So it's 4 counts in, hold for 4, 4 counts out, hold for 4. After your second set, just go ahead and blink your eyes open, and then just return to a breath that feels comfortable for you. Feel free to breathe in or out through the nose or mouth, but just really pay attention to if there's a time that we're practicing here together that you feel your breath get a little choppy, or if you feel your mind start to wander, you can go back into the counting of the breath to give the mind, who likes to get really, really busy, something else to think about besides your to-do lists and other things that you have going on. So we're going to start by stretching out here the sides of the body. We'll take an inhale and the arms reach up towards the sky. Gather your right wrist with your left hand, reach up towards the sky, and then over towards the left side. Taking a nice little stretch here. You can use your hand to pull your wrist away from the body. And then just experiment a little bit with your gaze. Maybe it feels okay looking straight forward. Maybe it feels nice in the neck to look down towards the earth. Or maybe it feels good to look up towards the sky. So just a little experimentation there. 2 more breaths here off to the side, little side body stretch. Come back to center and the arms come down. And then if you're sitting cross-legged, switch out your leg. So if the right's in front, switch it out so the left is in front, or vice versa. And then we'll inhale, the arms reach up. Beautiful. The right hand gathers the left wrist, reach up towards the sky, and then off to the opposite side. Notice if your shoulders are creeping up into your ears, draw your shoulders away from the ears, finding some length in the sides of the neck. And then you can experiment if you want to look down, if you want to look up. Just being nice and careful there with the neck. And then we'll inhale, the arms come back to center and the hands come down beside you. This time we'll inhale, the arms reach up. And then on your exhale, your right hand comes in front, your left hand comes behind, and we'll just do a little twist of the body to the side. Just a gaze off to the left side, drawing that left shoulder back. And then we switch to the other side. Inhale, the arms reach up, and exhale, the opposite hand in front, drawing the shoulder back. Maybe the gaze goes back. Inhale, the arms reach back up. And then on your exhale, we'll clasp the hands in front and reverse the palms and just push the palms away from you. Let your shoulders really round forward here. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how we'll move a little bit with the spine. So push the palms forward and tuck the chin in. And see if you can really separate your shoulder blades behind your back. So pulling the shoulder blades away from one another. Draw your belly button towards your spine and just arch your back up. Finding that Angry Halloween cat shape in the upper back. We'll take an inhale here, tuck the chin in just a little more. And then on your exhale, the hands come behind the back, clasp behind the back. The knuckles go down towards the earth. Draw the shoulders towards one another this time, and then let the gaze go up towards the sky. Knuckles are going down. Shoulder blades are drawing towards one another. Belly is scooping back. Gaze is up. Nice big inhale here, opening up that heart. And on your exhale, the forehead comes down towards the earth. So you might go down nice and low, or you might just stay about halfway up. Maybe the knuckles just stay right here at the lower back with the elbows bent. That's great. Maybe the hands squeeze together and the fingers come away. Maybe the forehead comes down a little lower. Take an inhale here. And then on your exhale, bend the elbows. Let the palms come to the lower back and come on and sit up. Beautiful. We're going to move into a tabletop position here. So we're going to be on hands and knees. So just finding a nice tabletop shape here. The knees are right underneath the hips and the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Take a little gaze down at your fingers. Make sure there's space in between all 10 fingers, kind of like a little piece of pizza or pie between the fingers. And then start to think about the belly. Think about the belly button pulling up into the spine. So we're firming up that lower belly. And then what we're going to move through are some cats and some cow shapes. So we'll take an inhale and the tail comes up and the gaze comes up. We squeeze the shoulder blades together. This is called cow shape. And then on your exhale, push into the hands. Tuck the tailbone in, tuck the chin in, lift the upper back, that angry Halloween cat shape, that is cat. Inhale, cow. Tailbone comes up, gaze comes up. And exhale, cat. Tuck the tail, tuck the chin. Go ahead and close your eyes here and just flow in between one shape and the other, the cow shape, maybe for your inhale, and the cat shape for your exhale. Really overemphasizing squeezing the shoulder blades together on the cow and separating the shoulder blades on the cat. Take two more, just like that. Just feeling good in the spine. After you take your two, we'll pause back in our tabletop shape, and we're going to do a little balance here through the spine. So on your first inhale, the right arm will reach forward. It comes out just about shoulder height. The palm faces in. And then on your exhale, the left foot comes behind. You can keep the toes on the ground. That's great. If you're feeling fairly balanced, you might hover the left toes up off the ground, or you might bring the ankle all the way up to hip height. So we're reaching forward with our right hand, reaching back with our left heel, and then notice again the belly. If it's falling down towards the earth, draw it back towards the spine. Take an inhale, get nice and long. And then on your exhale, draw your elbow and your knee towards each other under the body. They may not meet, they may come all the way together. And then on your inhale, extend the arm and the leg out. Maybe that back toe's on the ground, that's fine. On your exhale, elbow comes towards knee. One more, inhale, reach it out, get nice and long on the sides of the spine. Exhale, draw it together. This time we'll hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, reach it out. And then on your exhale, the hand and the knee come down. We'll take 2 rounds of those cats and cows. So inhale, the gaze comes up, the tail comes up. Exhale, draw the chin in, scoop the belly up and in. Inhale, the belly drops, gaze comes up. And then exhale, draw it together. Beautiful, everybody. Next one. The left hand reaches forward, just about as high as your shoulder. The palm faces in. And then on your exhale, the right foot comes back. Again, the toes can be down on the ground, or you can try that hovering off the earth. Maybe the foot comes up to hip height, balancing here. The left arm is reaching forward like someone's pulling you forward. And then the right heel is reaching back. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, draw the elbow towards the knee. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, elbow comes in towards the knee. Last one, inhale, reach it out. Exhale, draw it towards the midline, holding here for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, the hand and the knee come down. We're gonna take a little rest here in child's pose. So for child's pose, your knees come to the width of the mat. Your toes come in closer towards one another. You sit your hips back and then reach your arms forward. If this feels like a little bit too much for you, you can always put a pillow underneath your head, or you can come out of the squat. Or if it feels nice, you can sink your hips back and let your forehead come down to the earth. Another option is bending at the elbows and making a little pillow for your forehead with your hands. And just close the eyes here. It's a nice, relaxing child's pose. If your forehead is down on a pillow or your mat or your hands, just rock your head side to side just a little bit. Feel a massage there in the forehead and that space between the eyes. That spot between the eyes in yoga we refer to as your third eye, your seat of intuition. It's where you know in your gut without using your eyeballs. So we like to massage that spot to keep it nice and open and trust ourselves, trust our intuition, our gut, our third eye. Take a big inhale here through your nose and then sigh it out through your mouth. One more, in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Beautiful. Next inhale, we'll come back up to that tabletop shape. Good, we're gonna tuck our toes underneath, push down into the hands, lift the knees up and lift the hips up. We'll find that downward facing dog shape. So keep your knees really nice and bent here in that first downward facing dog. Maybe you bend one knee and then the other, kind of pedaling out that shape. So we're kind of looking like an upside down V shape. Maybe it feels nice to sway your hips side to side, wagging that doggy tail. And then pause in the middle. Next, inhale, we lift up our heels, bend your knees, look forward between your hands, and then just carefully walk your feet up towards your hands at the top of your mat, finding a little forward fold. Bending the knees really generously so the belly makes contact with the upper legs, and just let your arms hang. So this is our forward fold shape here. Just let the head be really heavy here. Maybe close the eyes. Maybe you're able to shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Just releasing at the back of the neck. Keeping the knees bent. Bend the elbows, grab opposite elbows and just kind of sway side to side. We refer to this as ragdoll. So just letting that upper body be really, really loose. We'll release the elbows, hands come to the tops of the shins. Inhale, we take a halfway lift. So the chest is coming out parallel to the earth-ish, looking kind of like the shape of a capital L. This is our halfway lift. We'll take an inhale here, and then exhale, fold back down, little bend in the knees. And then we come up to standing. Take an inhale, sweep the arms around. Beautiful, bring the arms up above, and then hands come down by your sides, palms face forward, close the eyes here. So first time standing here, maybe rocking forward and back on your feet. Using your breath to bring the shoulders out of your ears, easing the shoulder blades down the back. And then let's think about those feet that ground us every day and take us throughout our day. Working on a little bit of balance here, seeing if you can keep your eyes closed or just maybe a soft gaze down in front of you. We're gonna lift all 10 toes up off the earth. So now you really need to press into that ball mound behind the big toe, the ball mound behind the pinky toe and the heel. So imagining a triangle underneath the feet. All 10 toes are lifted as best you can. And then little challenge here. We're gonna place one toe down at a time, starting with the pinky toe. So seeing if you could separate the toes and imagine that you can place one down at a time with the big toe coming down last. Good. Let's lift up all 10 toes again. Pushing down into that triangle on the bottom of the feet. And we go the opposite way, starting with the big toe first, and then the pinky coming down last. Beautiful. Next inhale, let's reach the arms up towards the sky. Take a pause. Look up towards the sky here. Imagine that you're holding a big ray of sunshine. Take a nice big inhale, just like this. And then on your exhale, we're going to cactus the arms. Bend at the elbows and let your gaze look up towards the sky. You might find a tiny back bend here by lifting the chest up. And we'll find 2 more just like that. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Gaze goes up towards the sky. 1 more. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Gaze goes up towards the sky, opening the chest and heart. Inhale, reach up. And then on your exhale, we're going to bend forward again. So the arms sweep around. We find that forward fold again, little bend in the knees. This time we'll place the hands down on the ground. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. And now we're at the top of a push-up. Plank pose. We'll take a couple breaths here in plank pose, knowing you can place your knees down whenever you need to. Take an inhale here through your nose and exhale through the mouth. We'll bend the knees down to the earth, untuck the toes, bend the elbows, let the chest come all the way down to the earth. Keeping the hands underneath the shoulders, press down through the tops of your feet, take a little inhale. And then on your exhale, just hover the chest up off the earth. This is called baby cobra, looking like a snake. Exhale, lower the forehead down. 2 more, just like this. Inhale, push through the tops of the feet, hover the chest. And exhale, lower down. 1 more. Inhale, hover the chest, push down with the hands and the feet. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, take an inhale. You can push up to hands and knees or straight back up to plank. Take a pause in plank, inhale here through the nose. And then on your exhale, we'll lift the hips up towards the sky. Maybe the feet walk in just a little bit and we'll find that downward facing dog again. Pedaling out the knees 1 more time. Pause in the center, inhale, lift the heels up, bend the knees, look forward between the hands, and then carefully walk or hop the feet up to the hands, back to that forward fold. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold back down, little bend in the knees. We come up to standing, inhale, sweep the arms around, circle the arms like the sun, and then exhale, hands come back to heart center. Beautiful, that's called a sun A salutation. We'll do 1 more just like that. Here we go. Inhale, we sweep the arms around. And then exhale, little bend in the knees, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, plant the hands, carefully step back, find that high plank. We'll take an inhale in high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, untuck the toes, lower the chest. 3 of those little baby cobras. Inhale, push through the tops of the feet, hover the chest. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, we lift, finding that little back bend. And exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, lower. Tuck the toes under, either hands and knees or straight back up to that high plank shape. Inhale in high plank, exhale, lift the hips up. Just bending 1 knee and then the other here. Next inhale, we'll lift the heels up, bend the knees, again look forward, hop or step the feet up behind the hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins. Exhale, fold, little bend in the knees, back up to standing, inhale, just for a minute, and then exhale, we go right back down. Inhale, we take that halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, hands come to the earth, step the right foot back. Right knee comes down to the earth, untuck the toes. Hands come on top of the left knee and come on up to a little low lunge shape here. So you can place your hands on your hips or keep your hands on your knee if you'd like, and then just kind of ease forward and back here. So sometimes it feels nice to keep the hip and the knee stacked on top of one another, but sometimes it feels good to kind of stretch forward on the hip flexor. We've been spending a lot of time sitting down. If you're a runner or a cyclist, you might be really, really tight in the hip flexor. So just easing forward and back here. And something to note, if it feels a little sensitive for you to be on your knee, you can always take your mat and lift it up and kind of double it over or create a little bit more cushion underneath your knee. So finding that nice low lunge that feels good for you. And then we'll pause. Either the hips will be stacked or you'll have that kind of reaching forward. And then if it's comfortable, the arms will reach up and we'll find a couple of those cactus arms. So we'll inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the chest. 2 more, inhale, reach. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. We'll hold here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe you find a little bit more of a back bend with the heart reaching up towards the sky. And then inhale, we'll reach the arms back up. The hands will come down and frame the front foot. We're gonna find a little love for our hamstrings. So if your hands don't reach the ground, you can always use cushions or books. And then just tip the hips back just a little bit and lift up that front toe of the left foot. So hips are easing back behind the knee, just opening up that hamstring there on the left side. You can keep the head looking forward with the gaze, or you can tuck the chin and get a little stretch for the back of the neck. We'll take a nice deep inhale here, and a nice sweet exhale. On our next inhale, the left foot comes down, frame that front foot, tuck the toes of the back, lift the knee, so we're in a low lunge. We'll take an inhale here, and then on your exhale, that right foot will come up and meet the left. Maybe you hop it forward, or maybe you step it forward and you're back to that forward fold. Inhale, let's take that halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Hands come to the earth. This time the left foot steps back. Left knee comes down. Hands come on top of the right. And then again, we'll just ease forward and back here. Just noticing you might have a different sensation from side to side, and that is okay. The sides of our bodies are BFFs, right? They're not twins, so don't expect the same thing to be from both sides. Maybe it feels nice for you to be forward. Maybe it feels better just to have things stacked. And then on our inhale, the arms reach up towards the sky. We'll find those cactus arms. Cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades on the exhale. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, squeeze and hold. Drawing the shoulder blades towards one another. Maybe the heart reaches up a little bit more towards the sky. Inhale, the arms reach, and then on the exhale, they frame the front foot. Toes of the front foot come up. Hips shift back, finding the hamstring on this side. So again, you could reach your chest forward if it feels better for you, or you can just kind of let everything fall down towards the earth. Pushing that right heel down into the earth, drawing the right hip back just a little bit and really zinging on that hamstring just a bit. One more inhale here. Beautiful. Exhale, the front foot comes down, bend the front knee, the hands frame that front foot. Tuck the toes of the back foot, lift the knee, and then we're gonna step that left foot up to meet the right. So maybe you hop it up, maybe it steps forward. Next inhale, we take a halfway lift, finding that parallel chest. Exhale, lower down. We come up to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Now that we have the legs a little bit warmed up, we're gonna sit back into what we call chair pose. So keeping the hands at heart center, we'll just ease the hips back. So reaching the hips back like you're sitting on a little kindergarten chair. Legs are together right next to each other. Beautiful. The weight is in the heels of your feet, so look down, see if you can wiggle your toes just a little bit. Starting to build a little heat here in the legs. Beautiful, everybody. Maybe you sit a little lower, taking the breath into account. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Come on up to standing. Good. All right, shake out the legs just a little bit. Shake out the arms. Body is getting a little bit warmer here, feeling the heart rate move. So we're going to put a few things together now. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, we sweep the arms around. And exhale, dive forward. This time we're going to keep the left hand down towards the earth. The right hand is going to come to the right hip. Bend the left knee generously. And then take a gaze over the right shoulder. Maybe the right arm comes up. So the right shoulder is kind of stacking on top of the left. The right leg is as straight as you can. The big bend in the left knee, getting a little twist here in the body. We'll take an inhale here. And then on your exhale, the right hand comes down. Little bend in the right knee, keeping the left leg straight if you can. Hand on the left hip, gaze goes up to the side or towards the sky. Maybe the left arm reaches up. Saying hello to that hamstring on that side, and then the hand comes down. Next inhale, we take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, plant the hands, step the right foot back, right knee down, untuck the toes, inhale, reach the arms up. And then on our exhale, the hands are gonna come inside of the left foot and just walk the left foot over to the side of your mat. So this is like a lizard stretch here, big stretch for the outer hip. So the hands are on the inside of the left foot, and you might just shift the hips forward and back. If it feels better for you, you can aim the left toes off to the side. You might shift the hips side to side. If you have more opening in your hips, you might come down to your forearms. You might let the head hang. So just noticing what feels good in your hip here. Just shifting side to side, maybe forward and back. You can even come over onto the pinky toes of that left foot if that feels nice. And then just let the head be heavy. Wherever you are here, just allow the back of the neck to open up. Good, take an inhale here. Take an exhale here. We'll tuck the toes of the back foot, push into the earth, lift the back knee. Good, and then very carefully, we're gonna step the left foot back to meet the right. So you might stair step it back. We come back into that high plank pose. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, the left knee comes down to the earth. Step the right foot forward to the outside of the hands. So the hands are right on the inside of that right foot. And then we'll find that lizard lunge on this side. So maybe easing forward and back. Maybe the right toes go a little bit more on an angle out to the side. Maybe onto the pinky side of that right foot. The knee might fall away from the body. Maybe the elbows go down. Maybe the head goes down. The depth doesn't really matter. Just kind of looking for that opening in the side of our hip. Big breath in here through the nose. Inside out through the mouth. Nice. Good. Bring the foot back down to the earth if it was off to the pinky side. We'll tuck the toes of the back leg, push into the toes, lift the knee, and then carefully the right foot comes back, meets the left. We'll find that high plank. Taking an inhale here in high plank and an exhale here in high plank. One more inhale. Exhale, we'll lift the hips up, finding the downward facing dog again. Inhale, lift the heels up, bend the knees, look forward between the hands. Feet come up to hands, finding that forward fold. Inhale, we'll take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. This time we come up to standing. Inhale, press the feet down, sweep the arms up. Good. The hands will come to the hips. Step the right foot back. Beautiful. Back foot comes parallel to the back of your mat. So you're kind of looking at a T shape of the feet and then bend the front knee. So back foot is parallel, front foot, the toes are facing forward, and then just the arms out to the side. Gaze is over that front arm. So that's our beautiful warrior two shape. You should feel strong like a warrior. Beautiful, sitting nice and low in that front knee, maybe straightening and bending the front knee. Gaze goes right out over the middle finger of that front hand. Good, feeling balanced, grounded down, but feeling strong, reaching out with the left hand, reaching out with the right hand. Take a nice big inhale here. And then on your exhale, both hands come down to the earth. They frame that front foot up onto the toes of the back foot. The left foot steps back, find that high plank shape. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, untuck the toes, the belly comes down to the earth. This time we're gonna find Sphinx pose. So for Sphinx pose, we come down onto the forearms with the elbows right underneath the shoulders and the chest is up. Good, the gaze is straight forward. You're pressing your forearms down into the earth, the toes are untucked. Take an inhale, press the forearms down. And then on your exhale, feel like you're pulling your mat back towards your body and you're pulling your chest between your arms. Opening up the chest here. Inhale, the gaze goes up towards the sky. And then exhale, the gaze goes down towards the earth. One more inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. Beautiful, the hands come back underneath the shoulders. We'll tuck the toes under, press back up to hands and knees. And then lift the hips up, back up to that downward facing dog, and we'll find our warrior two on the other side. So the left leg will step forward between the hands. The back foot comes down flat, so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Maybe your hands come up to that front knee and help your torso up. And then the arms go outside to side. So your chest and your hips are facing in one direction and your arms are reaching away from one another with the gaze out over that left hand. Feeling strong and committed and powerful. Pressing down into the earth with the feet, lifting up towards the sky with the crown of the head. Take an inhale here. And take an exhale here, sit a little lower. Beautiful. Next inhale, the hands come down. They frame that front foot again. Come up onto the toes of the back foot and then carefully walk that back foot up to the front. We'll find that forward fold. Inhale, we halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold down. Hands come onto the hips. We come up to standing. Inhale with a nice straight back. Back up to standing. Maybe a little bend in the knees. And then we're gonna work a little bit on balance here. So we're gonna find tree pose. If you have a wall close by, you have a chair or a couch that you'd like to use, please feel free for this balancing pose. But we're gonna start with our hands on our hips. Good, and we're gonna use our left leg as our tree trunk to start. So bend the right knee, and then let the knee fall away from the body so it angles out to the side. And you can stay right where you are here for your tree pose, or you can begin to lift up the foot. Maybe it presses against the heel. Maybe it comes up to the shin of that foot, the standing leg. Maybe you use your hand to bring it up over your knee. We just want to avoid the foot being right next to the knee. The knee likes to bend forward and back and not side to side. So it's either below, on the ground, or up above. And then keeping the hands on the hips. Beautiful, everybody. So really press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. So seeing if you can seal up the space between the foot and the leg, and then bring your hands to your heart or use the wall for balance, whatever you need. Take a breath here, expand your heart into your thumbs. And exhale, let that go. And then just a little challenge here. You can let your arms kind of sway in the wind, making those tree branches, maybe moving side to side. Maybe the arms go out to the side or lift up with those branches. And then just finding one last balance challenge here. just close the eyes and see what happens with the balance. So if we take that one sense away from us, the seeing with our eyeballs seeing, we don't necessarily know where our body is in space. So doing your best with your other senses and feeling that foot wobble around and stabilize, seeing if you can stabilize your tree with your eyes closed. If you fall out of it, awesome. That's what we want. We want the body to be kind of surprised and shocked and have to figure out what's happening with the eyes closed. So one more inhale, one more exhale here with the eyes closed. And then the hands come back to the hips. The knee comes forward and then place the foot down. Good, shake out the legs, just flick the legs forward. That standing leg got a little bit of work there, so now we'll bring it over into the other side. So we'll have that tree trunk over on the right side. Bend the knee, ease the knee out to the side. And again, you can just stay here with the foot on the inside of the heel. Maybe it comes up here to the shin. Maybe you use your hand to gather it up and bring it above the knee. Maybe you have a wall next to you or a chair helping with your balance. That's awesome. And then bringing the hands to heart center, really using those thumbs pressing into the sternum as a little tool to inhale your chest up into broadening, drawing the shoulder blades down, and then feeling free to move your branches however you'd like. Maybe swaying them around, maybe lifting one and then the other. And then taking that final challenge of closing the eyes. Maybe noticing if you're like me, you're much more balanced on one side than the other. But doing your best to just bring a little bit of challenge, a little surprise into the body, into the equilibrium there. Good, one more inhale here, one more exhale. Hands come back to center, the knee comes forward and step that foot down, and we'll just shake the legs out again. Beautiful, we're gonna come on down to a seat now. And finding a little bit more down here on the mat and getting a little bit more stretch here in the body. So legs will come out forward in front of you. And then we're gonna bend the right knee and draw it in towards the body. And just wrap the arms around the knee. And then start to think about that nice long leg. So the leg that's not bent, draw the toes up towards the sky and really squeeze that leg so you feel the quad, that big muscle in the upper leg turn on. We'll take an inhale, draw the knee towards the chest. Get really long here in the spine. Tuck the chin in just a little bit so the back of the neck stays nice and long. We'll take an inhale here. And an exhale here. One more inhale here. And exhale here. Beautiful, we're gonna find a little twist now. So using the left hand to hold onto the right knee, bring the right hand to the lower back. Take an inhale and lift the chest up. And then on your exhale, just twist away from that straight leg. So maybe drawing the right shoulder back, maybe the gaze comes behind you. And finding a nice twist here in the mid to upper back. Inhale here. And exhale here. One more inhale. And exhale. And nice and carefully return back to center. We'll straighten out the right leg, shake the legs out a little bit. Maybe give yourself a little pat on the legs to keep the blood flowing. And then we'll draw the left knee in, bringing the heel up towards the seat, and just gathering in that left leg and bringing the attention now into the long, straight right leg. Toes draw up towards the sky, so we're really squeezing that quad on the right leg. Inhale, sit up nice and straight. Exhale, draw the shoulders out of the ears. Inhale, tuck the chin so the back of the neck stays nice and long. Feel the spine expand. And then exhale here. Now we're gonna find that twist off to the other side. The right hand gathers up that left knee. The left hand comes to the base of the spine. Inhale, get the spine nice and long. And then exhale, you find that little twist off the other direction. Drawing the belly in, continue squeezing the quad on the right leg. Drawing that right shoulder out of the ear. Maybe the gaze goes behind you. Inhale here. And exhale here. One more. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. We'll undo that little twist. The legs come forward. One more little intention here in the belly. So the legs will come out nice and long. The toes draw up towards the sky. The arms reach forward. Sit up as straight as you can. The palms face in towards one another like you're holding a box or a present. We'll take an inhale, sit up nice and straight. Scoop the belly in. So really think about drawing that belly button towards the spine. And we're going to lower down onto our backs as slowly as we can. So just imagining one vertebrae at a time. The tailbone tucks in first. Really squeeze the quads in the upper legs. And then the lower back starts to lower. Keeping the arms reaching forward, tucking the chin in nice and slowly as you can until the head comes down last. Beautiful. Arms come down by your sides. We'll bend the knees, place the feet down on the ground so the heels are coming in close to the bottom, and then just windshield wiper the knees side to side. So let the knees fall to the right, let the knees fall to the left. Seeing if you can keep both shoulders down as best you can. Finding that twist really happening there in the waistband of your pants. Twist side to side just a few more times. And then the next time that your knees are off to the right side, just let them stay. So let the knees fall to the right. You might have your legs separated like I do, or you can bring the left knee up on top of the right and then bring the knees up a little bit closer towards your arms. Just seeing if you can keep that left shoulder down on the earth. You might even take your right hand and place it on top of your left knee to help ease that twist down. So you might notice here in this type of a twist, it's a little bit harder to breathe, finding that twist there in the thoracic spine. Not as much space for the lungs to expand. Maybe calling back upon that 4-count breath. And just feeling that nice therapeutic twist there, a little squeeze for your digestive organs. And then we'll come back to center. Bring the knees back to center, and then we'll do that windshield wipering of the knees again. Just falling to the right and the left just a handful of times. Undoing the twist off to that one side. And then the next time that your knees fall to the left, go ahead and let them stay there. And prioritizing, trying as best you can to keep the right shoulder down so the chest is straight up towards the sky and just the knees are falling to the left. You might stack the right knee on top of the left or bring the knees up a little higher towards the arms. You could use the left hand to ease the right knee down. Maybe hearing a few snaps and crackles and pops, that's okay. Always being mindful in yoga of the difference between sensation and pain. Never pain, but it's nice to feel a little sensation in the body. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful. The knees will come back to center. We're going to find bridge pose here, so a little back bend. So draw the heels in towards the glutes. And then bring the hands down in a low V and the palms face down towards the earth. And then on your inhale, we'll push into the heels and lift the hips up. Maybe they just lift up a little bit. Maybe it feels better for you to put a cushion underneath or a pillow underneath the hips. Maybe it feels okay to lift the hips up towards the sky just a little bit more. Maybe you roll over onto the shoulders and kind of pack the shoulders under like a little backpack. Sometimes it feels good to kind of ease side to side here, but pushing down into the heels, squeezing the glutes to lift the hips up. We'll take an inhale and then exhale nice and slowly lower back down. we'll find 2 more rounds of your bridge pose. So feel free to close the eyes. We'll take an inhale here and an exhale, push into the heels, lift the hips up just to a height that suits your body. And then on your exhale, slowly lower down. Again, seeing if you can imprint 1 vertebrae at a time, tucking the tailbone, and the tailbone comes down last. Last bridge. Inhale, push through the heels, lift the hips up. Pushing into the heels, squeezing the knees towards each other, being careful that the knees aren't falling away from one another, protecting the knees. Take an inhale and then exhale, lower it all back down. Beautiful. We'll find a little figure 4 shape. So the right foot stays down on the ground. We'll lift the left foot up. The left ankle comes on top of the right knee. And finding that figure 4 shape with the legs. So a couple different options here. Maybe that swaying side to side feels nice for you. Maybe just staying in this figure 4 just like this feels really nice for that left hip. Maybe you choose to lift the foot up off the ground and use the right knee to draw that left foot in towards your body. Maybe you straighten the right leg. Maybe you find a little bind where the left hand threads the needle in between the legs and you gather up on the back of the shin. All of these are just options, so remember, none is better than the other. Just finding the shapes that suit your body this day. I'm taking a couple breaths here, maybe closing the eyes again. Just finding a little bit of opening there in the psoas there on the side of that left hip. Always working on undoing the doings of the day, preparing the body to find balance. We'll take 2 more breaths here in your figure 4 on this side. And then if the feet are raised, bring them down towards the earth. The left foot comes down. And then the right ankle comes on top of the left knee, finding figure 4 on this side. And then again, mindfully making that choice. Maybe just staying in the figure 4, maybe swaying side to side, maybe lifting the foot up and pressing the heel forward with the knee, maybe straightening the leg, maybe finding the bind. And practicing that self-compassion, knowing that the shape that your body is making today is exactly the shape it's supposed to be. 2 more breaths in your figure 4. And then both feet come down to the earth. We'll straighten out both legs. Just take a little pause here and just notice and check in with your body, see how it feels. And just a couple more poses here until we finish up with our final rest and meditation. We'll bend the right knee, draw the right knee in towards the body. You can always keep the left leg long or feel free to bend the left knee if you'd like and have a bent knee with the foot on the ground, or the leg is out nice and long. Then just start by drawing the knee down towards the earth. So with the hands clasped on the shin, just push down towards the earth, compressing there in the hip. And then if it feels nice for you, you can draw the knee up towards the face just a little bit more. Squeezing the hip flexor, squeezing the hip. We'll take an inhale here. Notice what's happening with the shoulders. They're drawing up towards the ears, making sure you can ease them down towards the earth, finding nice soft shoulders. And then release the right leg, comes down to meet the left. Maybe take a little pause and see if you can feel a little bit of a different sensation in the right leg versus the left. And then on your inhale, we'll draw the left knee in, clasping there on the front of the shin. Remember, you can bend the right knee and place the foot on the ground if that feels better, or you can straighten that leg out. And we'll squeeze the leg down towards the earth first. And then if it feels nice for you, you can squeeze it up towards the body just a little bit more. Squeezing into the hip. Always putting a priority there on the lower back. If anything feels a little twingy or tight, just coming out of that shape and easing into it. And 2 breaths just like this. And then very carefully, I'll release that leg. The left leg meets the right. The arms just come out to the side. Feel a little bit more symmetry there in the legs. And then our last 2 shapes, we're gonna find one of my favorite shapes. It's called legs up the wall. So just reversing the blood flow here in the legs. So lifting the legs up, little bend in the knees, and the arms just come down by the side. So just a little bend in the knees, but with the feet up there above the hips, just reversing the blood flow. You can always place your hands back behind your legs if that feels better for you. We won't be here for too long. This is a great shape to do. You can actually swivel your bottom and have your legs actually up the wall. It's a nice little reversal of the blood flow, giving the heart a break, lowering the blood pressure, the heart rate. And take a breath here. And then we'll bend the knees, the feet come down towards the earth. And we're gonna find our last pose before Shavasana. It's called Happy Baby Pose. So we'll bend the leg, the knee comes up towards the body, and then the foot comes up towards the sky. And then using your arm on that same side, you could either grab the shin or the ankle or the outside of the foot. And the knee travels on the outside of the body. And then the other foot does the same thing. So the other foot lifts up, the knee bends. You could be grabbing the shins or the ankles or the outsides of the feet. Maybe it feels nice to rock side to side, rocking the baby. Maybe it feels nice to straighten one leg and bend the knee, straighten the other leg. So just finding a little bit of movement and goodness in this final shape. Maybe being still and taking a couple more breaths just like that until you're ready to bring the feet down to the earth. And then we're going to find that final resting shape. So making yourself uber comfortable here. Couple different options. You can be nice and flat down with your arms out to the sides, your legs separated towards the corners of your mat. If that feels like a little too much on the lower back, you can always just bend your knees. Bring your feet out to about the width of your mat. Let your knees knock in towards one another. And then whichever shape you're in, let's place the right hand on the lower belly and the left hand on the heart. And if you want to cover your eyes with something, if you need a little blankie on yourself, whatever you need to just take care of yourself in this moment. And then with the hand on the belly, with your inhales, feel that hand lift up. And with your exhales, feel the hand fall down. And same thing with the heart. Inhaling up into the hand and exhaling, feeling the hand move down towards the earth and the heart. And feeling a nice sense of accomplishment in your body, a sense of compassion for yourself for coming out this afternoon, trying something new, a sense of adventure. But most importantly, finding that commitment to community, that commitment to moving together and breathing together and working together, raising awareness, raising funds, raising the consciousness in helping our researchers out there find cures. Knowing that you are part of the solution, that we are part of the solution. And taking these final breaths, maybe in honor, in memory of someone you love, maybe for yourself, and most importantly for our world. Taking one more breath in here in this shape. And then very carefully, with all of this peace in your body, roll over to the left side of your body, making a little pillow for your head with your hands. The left side of our body in yoga is symbolized by the feminine side, the moon side. So a little nod to this beautiful, amazing October where we get to have 2 full moons. We'll have that second one on October 31st. It's called a blue moon. And that's where that term once in a blue moon comes in, which is powerful that October we have 2 moons. It's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're able to work together to raise funds for ReasearcHERS. So beautiful nod to the feminine side that we all have in ourselves. And then very carefully, come up to a comfortable seat. And we'll place our hands together, the right hand pressing into the left hand pressing into the right. One side, the individual, and one side, the universe, matching each other with no space in between. In yoga, we close out classes with the word namaste. Namaste meaning the light and the teacher, everything magical inside of me bows and honors that very same light, that very same teacher, and that very same magic inside of each one of you. Together, let's take a breath in through our nose, and sigh it out through the mouth. Namaste.
Thank you, guys. You guys did great. How did that feel?
Awesome.
That was wonderful.
I feel
Good.
relaxed.
You're relaxed?
I'm very relaxed.
That was
Good.
great.
Good.
I could go take a nap. Yeah, that was awesome.
I know now we didn't have to roll over and go back to the real world. That would be nice.
As we said it in the beginning, but if you don't mind coming off of your camera to take a picture, I would love to post this on our social media page. If you feel comfortable. If not, it's totally okay and I can still take a picture.
Oh my God, I'm so pretty.
That's my angle.
It looks beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture then. Everyone smile. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, Terry just came on. Just kidding, one more. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you again, everyone, for coming and supporting our ReasearcHERS movement to raise awareness for female researchers, and also the STEM programs and STEM research. So thank you so much. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out. And thank you, Jennifer from Twist Yoga, for hosting this amazing yoga class today.
Yes. Thank you
Thank you,
very much
Jennifer.
to everyone.
Yes, thank you guys, and I will upload it to YouTube within the next day, and I'll send you guys the link, and feel free to practice it as often as you want. If you have any questions about yoga, please reach out to me. I'm here for to answer any questions that you guys have. We're right here in Lake Oswego. We have classes in the studio, we have Zoom classes, and then we also have about 275 recorded classes. So anything that you need.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
everybody.
Guys, have a lovely day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.